I'm Sean Badenhorst from Tread Magazine. We're on day 3 of the Africa Cycle Fair, and it's been a fantastic experience in terms of creating a great awareness of all forms of cycling, not just the racing crowd, but we've had families and recreational cyclists and even commuter cyclists flocking to the fair to find out what's the latest and the coolest stuff to be riding, wearing, and it's actually been a lot of fun. There's a good vibe here. It's definitely the best venue so far of the 3 Africa Cycle Fairs that we've attended. In the middle of November, the annual Momentum 94.7 Cycle Challenge is happening in Joburg, and a whole bunch of us mountain bikers decided we wanted to do it, but do it for a cause. So we're going to wheelie the whole route, just under 95 Ks. We're doing it for a cause called Surgeons for Little Lives. It's basically raising awareness and funding for little children, even tiny babies that need surgery to help them live a fairly normal life, but obviously their families can't afford it. So it's a really good cause. We all have kids, all of us that are doing the wheelie challenge, and we're looking forward to helping other children have more normal lives. So it's obviously not possible to wheelie for 95 Ks without maybe putting the wheel down. So we're in a group of 10 and we're going to take turns. So the front guy will always be in the wheelie mode, and then we're going to have like a little peloton of 10 riders. So there'll always be the one guy in the front that's popping the wheelie. So I suppose if we had to divide it by 10, we're doing about 9 kilometers in total each. Some of the guys are really good on the downhills, some of the guys are better on the uphills, so we're going to try and ensure that those guys are in the front at the right times, because it's all about smoothness and keeping a good flow. My wheelies are pretty good at the moment. I've been practicing a lot. Wheeling is something that you learn, it's best learned as a kid. So I spent a lot of time learning how to balance my bike as a kid, not doing a lot of homework, and it's paying off now. So last year the fat bike craze was quite big, and we had a fat bike at our stand last year, and we gave one away in a prize in a competition, and it was extremely well supported. But this year I see the trend being a lot of diversification. There's a lot of different kinds of bikes here. You've got single speed commuter bikes, you've got old school kind of from the 80s steel frame bikes, road bikes. It's just, the cool thing about it is that it's diversifying to a point where there's no one specific theme that is dominant. If I was to look at mountain biking, I'd say the dominant theme that I've picked up is there's a more of a shift towards trail riding and slightly longer travel bikes for the masses. Instead of everybody riding hardcore race bikes, they're shifting their interest towards more relaxed geometry, slightly bigger trail bikes, which are fun to ride, whether you're doing a race or a ride. Looking ahead to next year, we feel that the plus wheel size bikes are going to become quite significant, more globally than in South Africa. It's more of a gravity orientated wheel size, but we feel that it's not a fad. It's definitely makes you go faster, a lot more traction, a lot more stability, and so you can actually carry your speed faster through corners. You can hit some really rough stuff without really worrying about choosing a line, and so I think we're going to see a lot more plus bikes in the next year. Once the different brands have got them in the country and people are able to test ride them, they'll start to feel the benefits of plus. But yeah, we think that's going to be quite a dominant theme in 2016. We have our Tread Skills, which is now national. It's skills clinics aimed at helping people improve their confidence and helping the more confident people improve their speed. So no matter what level of mountain biker you are in terms of fitness, you can always become a better mountain biker with more skill. The thing that we feel is the biggest problem for most people is that they don't have a general understanding of the physics of mountain biking. So what we teach on our clinics is not just what you've got to do, but we explain why you've got to do it. And that seems to be a good way of teaching people, because they seem to remember it well. And it's quite exciting when I see people that have come through our skills clinics and are now getting onto podiums at races, and it's quite a nice feeling to see that just by being more skilled they were able to become better riders.